Good morning, children. This is Satish Kumar, your chemistry teacher. Today we are going to learn about another important topic from the chemical bonding lesson. The topic is properties of ionic compounds. We know that all ionic compounds are solids. All ionic compounds are solids. Why? Because ionic compounds are formed from metal and non-metal involvement. That means metals transfer the electron to non-metals. At that time, the metal atom will give us cation, and as well as the non-metal atom will give us anion. So in between the cation and anion in the ionic compound, greater attraction forces are present. Greater electrostatic forces are present. Due to that stronger attraction forces, all ionic compounds are solids. And these solid ionic compounds have high melting point and boiling points. High melting point and boiling points. I told you already, greater attraction forces are present in the ionic compound because whatever the ionic compound you take, a metallic cation and a non-metallic anion is present. In between them, stronger attraction forces. Due to that, ionic compounds are solids and they have high melting point and boiling point. So melting point means you know that any solid convert into liquid at a particular temperature. That particular temperature is called as melting point of that solid, and as well as boiling point. Any liquid converts into gas at a particular temperature, that can be called as boiling point of that liquid. So you have to remember all ionic compounds are solids and they have high melting point and boiling point. And ionic compounds dissolves in polar solvents. Ionic compound dissolves in polar solvents. What is the meaning of polar solvent? Polar solvent is nothing but water is the good example for polar solvent. Because when it is breaks, it will give H+1 hydronium cation and as well as hydroxide anion. So the water is breaking down into two poles, positive pole and negative pole, H+1 and OH-1. That is why the water is called as polar solvent, because it has two poles, positive pole, negative pole. So like these polar solvents, when we keep ionic compounds like these polar solvents, the ionic compounds dissolves in the polar solvent. Why? What is the reason? Because the ionic compounds also have, for example, NaCl is ionic compound. It also have same positive and negative pole nature like water. It means ionic compounds also polar. Ionic compounds also having positive and negative poles. That is why the ionic compounds are dissolving in water like polar solvents. So I will tell you a small important point. The point is, when we add salt, sodium chloride to the water, what mechanism happens? So NaCl, actually Na+1 Cl-1. When you add water or when you keep that sodium chloride in the water, so these like mechanism happens. That is, you see, we know that hydrogens are present in the water. So hydrogen have positive charge and oxygen have negative charge. So from the sodium chloride is giving chloride Cl-1 and the water is giving H+1. So in between the positive hydrogen of water and negative chlorine of sodium chloride, NaCl, stronger attraction forces are present. And as well as you know that in the water, hydrogens, two hydrogens and oxygen have negative charge and hydrogen have positive charge. So the sodium positive ion forming stronger attractions with oxygen of water. So this is the real mechanism which is happening when we add salt to the water, sodium chloride to the water. Very simple. When we take the sodium chloride, we have Cl-1 charge. That Cl-1 forming attractions with the H+1 of water, and as well as from the NaCl the sodium+1 forming attraction with the O minus of water. So this is what mechanism happening in the dissolution of sodium chloride when we keep in the water. And here I want to tell you about a greater information, that is dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. What is the meaning of dielectric constant? The property of a substance. The property of a substance which decreases the attraction between cation and anion is known as dielectric constant. Here you see water is dissolving the sodium chloride. So depend on that, you see here, due to the water only, the attraction forces which are present in between the sodium plus 1 and the Cl minus 1 going to break. When we add salt to the water, NaCl to the water, in between the sodium and the chlorine, attractions are present, greater attractions. That attractions are going to break by the help of water. Why? Why the attractions are going to break? Because I told you, when you see the NaCl, the Cl minus 1 is forming attractions with H plus of water, and as well as the Na plus 1 forming attraction with the O minus of water. This is the reason. So due to the water, the attraction forces which are present in between the sodium and chlorine going to break. So that property is called as dielectric constant. I hope you understood. So these are the main. Ionic compounds are solids, and ionic compounds are high melting point and boiling point, and ionic compounds are dissolved in polar solvents like water, and as well as ionic compounds are good conductor for electricity. It means ionic compounds passes the electricity through them, but here a condition, that ionic compound must be present in water. When we add ionic compounds to the water, the ionic compounds will be broken down and give us positive and negative ions. Free ions we will get. So that is why the ionic compounds are good conductors for electricity in aqueous media. In aqueous media. So this is what a greater information about ionic compounds and their properties, especially dielectric constant.